If you've been looking for a new webcam or you've been looking to upgrade your current webcam, I think I might have found what you've been looking for. This is the OBSBOT Meet Flip, and that's OBSBOT, not OBSBOT. This is a 4K powered AI webcam that has some really cool features like AI auto framing, gesture controls, really cool privacy features, and it's got hardware and software that work really well together. And I'm going to talk about all of those specs, including my experience using it as well. But first, we're going to check out the unboxing. And also, look how incredibly small this is. Anyway, let's check it out. So this is the box for the OBSBOT Meet Flip, and once you cut the seals and get inside, you've got this quick user guide here, and you've got some like warranty information as well. And before we look at the Meet Flip webcam, you've got this box inside, and you get a adapter that has a USB to USB-A connection as well. So if you do still have a USB-A connection on your laptop, you can plug it in. And then you've got this USB-C to USB-C cable, which is a very generously long cable. And then you get the star of the show, which is the Meet Flip. And this is absolutely tiny. My first reaction opening the box and seeing this is just, I'm in awe with how tiny this thing is. And the specs of it as well, in terms of what you get on the webcam and the software, is amazing for the price. And we'll discuss that later on in the video. So yeah, this is the OBSBOT Meet Flip, and let's look into the hardware. So the first thing you notice when you hold this in your hand is how incredibly small and thin this is. It only weighs 37.7 grams. It's got an integrated unibody adjustable stand as well, so you can put this on like your laptop, monitor. You can also put it on a standard tripod mount as well with this 1/4-inch thread underneath. But one of my favorite features is that when you flip this up, it activates the camera. And when you turn it down, it turns the camera off. It completely puts it into a sleep mode, and it gives me peace of mind. So it's got a USB-C connection there, so it's really easy to connect to most laptops. But if you still have USB-A, as you saw in the unboxing, you still do have that adapter that you can plug in. But let's check out what the camera is like, the audio is like, and let's dive into the software. So to see how this really fits in within my daily routine, we're going to look at two real-world environments, starting with here in the office. So this is footage coming right from the camera itself, but hardware is only part of the story. The other part is the OBSBOT Center app, and that is where a lot of the kind of key features that we're going to go into really kind of help enable this camera to be so much more than what it is. So when I come into the office and I'm either having a meeting at my desk or I'm going into a meeting room like I am here, then I enable a couple of features. So the first is the beauty mode. So this is just a toggle that I can turn on, and you can see the difference there. I'll just do that one more time just so you can see it. So that's without beauty mode, that's with beauty mode, and there's a whole ton of things that you can customize, like your face shape, makeup, eyes, nose, all that stuff, so that you are ready to go in the morning, even if you look at like you're at your worst. And then there's also the auto framing, so you're always going to be in frame. So no matter what, if I move back here, I'll be in frame. And then there's upper body, single close-up, and group, so if you want more people in. So if I have like single close-up and I move back here, let's say I'm having a little think sitting back here, and then I move forward, it's always going to keep me in frame. And that's something that's really key for something I'm going to talk about later on in the video. And the other thing is making sure I sound good in the meetings. So when I go into the audio mode, I usually have it on directional mode. So directional mode is perfect for when you're just on camera by yourself having those meetings. But there's a couple other modes here as well. So like dual directional mode is like if you're face to face with someone, say for example, you're doing an interview. So when I have had those meetings or interviews before, then I'm like recording those from the front and back camera because it is stereo. And then Smart Omni is if you want to do like a group call and there's more people in the call. But also if you want to like record environmental sounds as well, it's great for that. It's got all this built into the app, and this is what pure audio mode sounds like. This is the Smart Omni mode for when you're in those kind of bigger groups. This is the directional mode, which is perfect for those when you're by yourself and you want to get rid of all that background noise. It's perfect for if you're at home and you have like noisy children or just a noisy household, or if there's people having a talk around you and you're having a meeting at your desk. And dual directional mode records in front and back, but it won't record on the side, which is perfect for that. So I'm going to leave it on directional mode just because that's probably the best for this. One of the things I love about this camera when you're on a call, it also has gestures. So when I've been on a call, say for example, I'm leaning back like this, if I turn this auto framing off, now if I want to zoom into myself, I could just make this little L shape and then I can zoom into myself, and there you go, it's much closer. So if I'm like sitting back here, for example, and let's angle this down a bit. So I'm sitting back a bit more, and then I do this, then it's going to have me in frame. So I can just make these little hand gestures to zoom in and out. If I wanted to just follow me around again, hold my hand up, and then I could just go close to the screen and it will always keep me in focus. Because environments change depending if you're in lighter or darker environments and different rooms and everything, then it's got HDR and also auto exposure, auto white balance and all that stuff. So you're always going to look good on camera. But another thing I really want to talk about, if you are someone who does demos or you do lectures or you do like teaching in school and you want to just demo something or show something, or even if you do like product reviews and you want to do like show off like products, but also show yourself in frame, then there's this picture-in-picture feature that is built in. So when I select this, and let's say I go into Chrome here, I can actually select this. I can put myself, make myself smaller, and then put myself front and center here. Let's put this here, make me smaller. And then I can actually record within the OBSBOT Center app myself. And then I can like demo a page or a product or whatever. And then on top of that, you've even got a teleprompter built in. So you can change the color of the font. You can change things like the size, the background if you want it opaque or transparent. I have it a little bit translucent there. You can change the countdown as well. So let's say I have it on 3 seconds. So when I start this, it will count down for 3 and I can just start reading my script. And I can even change the speed of the script. This all goes all the way up to 20 if you want to have it that quickly. But moving out of picture-in-picture and moving out of the office environment, we're going to see what it's like when I use this working at home. Okay, so I'm back in my home environment now, and with home environments comes, it's a bit more chaotic. So as you can see behind me, there's kind of some distractions here because I've got kids in the room and everything. On the app here, you can actually use blur mode, and blur mode basically blurs out the background and keeps you in focus. But you can also choose the level of the blur, so you can have really intense blur or you can have just a subtle blur, so it's like a natural bokeh. And you can see it's doing a really good job of like cutting me out. If you want to completely remove the background, you can actually use the background replacement, and that changes your background entirely. So if I take blur off here, you can actually see these are the default backgrounds that the OBSBOT Center app has. But you can add your own as well. You can even add a green screen if you want to be a bit more professional with your backgrounds. So if I want to have this park here, I can just add the blur. So it gives it a bit more of a natural feel and natural look. So I'm just going to keep it on a background, but just the natural background, but just have it slightly blurred out just because I like that. One of the coolest features with the OBSBOT Center app is AI Magic Notes, and this basically allows you to transcribe your meetings. So when you open this up, you can see there's this window here where I can start recording. So you do have to have a subscription for this, and there are minutes that you have to purchase in order for it to transcribe that. But I use this personally for like ideas and being able to kind of get the AI to figure out what the next steps are, key points, and so on. But if you are a professional that's in meetings or back-to-back meetings all day, you can basically transcribe your meetings and make it a lot easier for you to prepare for the next meeting or action plans for like projects that are coming up. So if I press record here, this is going to record basically what I'm saying right now, and it's going to transcribe it. You can also select the audio as well. So I'm going to actually select the Meet Flip mic as well. So this is going to record from the mic on the camera and then transcribe everything. So if I stop here, it's going to upload that. So depending on how long your meeting is, for example, if it's a 2-hour meeting, it's going to take longer to upload and transcribe all of that. But we're just going to test this out here and see what it's like, just so that you guys can see. Cool, so that's completed the transcription. So I can actually click here to view the recording. So now clicking that link has opened up this transcription. So I can hear what was recorded over the 25 seconds, as a summary. I can get like a full transcription of what was said. I can even get like an overview, and there's also recording and transcription set up as well, so key takeaways and conclusions. This is obviously just me talking about, you know, how to use it, but you can see that it works here. I haven't actually used this in my personal work environment just because confidentiality and all that stuff. And there's also upcoming projects that I don't really want to kind of show, but this is just an example of what it can do. So it's a really good time saver for you if you want to get all of those meetings transcribed and then get all of those action plans and a conclusion and key takeaways and all that stuff. So that's been a quick look at the OBSBOT Center app and how it enables some really cool features within the OBSBOT Meet Flip camera. So I've talked about how this has worked within my workflow, but let's look at who this is for and if this could work within your workflow. So at $119, this tiny little AI 4K webcam punches way above its weight. It doesn't just cater for one specific niche, it caters for professionals who have like privacy in mind or want AI note-taking for their back-to-back meetings. It caters for gamers who want back-end OSC automations for their streams, or for content creators who want to have 4K clarity recording with gesture controls. So it covers a whole range of different things. I'll leave my exclusive discount code in the description down below and also leave it pinned in the comments as well. Let me know in the comments what you think of this tiny little AI webcam. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And peace.